Hi all, good morning. Welcome to this class. In this class, let's see about switch statement in Java. So as part of this session, let's see why we need switch statement. What is the benefit we are getting, because of switch statement. And we will see how to use switch statements. What are the ways, we can use switch statement. There are different ways. We will see one by one. And finally, we will see corresponding programs with switch statement. Now, the first point is, let's see why we need switch statement. So we can say this is also kind of another, conditional statement. In the previous classes, we have seen, some of the conditional statements. If statement, if else, nested if else, then else if ladder, that is nothing but if else if. So those are the condition statements. Based on the condition, what we are doing, we are checking some conditions. Based on the condition, we are performing some task. Same way, like switch also is one of the statement. This also based on some conditions, we can perform some task. So what is switch statement? Why we need switch statement? This switch statement, it is a multi-way branch statement. Okay. So in using switch statement, we can, based on the condition, what we can do, we can perform particular task. It is a multi-way branch. So we already seen that if else if ladder, right? Correct. If else if. We have already seen this conditional statement. What is the purpose of else if ladder? By using this we can check multiple conditions. We can go with if condition. If condition is false, then we can go with else if condition, then one more condition else if condition 2, then one more is else if condition 3. Like that we can go n number of conditions. Correct. Any number of condition we can go for it. But the problem is, it is too long. Suppose consider you want to keep 10 conditions, you want to check 10 conditions, then we need to keep else if. So it is very long, right? So switch statement, it is mainly used to replace else if ladder. Suppose consider a condition is very long, and by using switch statement we can replace it. Why we can replace using switch statement? Why we are going with switch statement in place of else if ladder? Because the readability will be good. If you use switch statement in case of else if ladder, the readability is good. That's why we can say we can go with switch statement in the case of else if ladder. So these are the some of the points we can consider when we are going with switch statement. Okay, we can go through points one by one. Slowly we can try to understand more points about switch statement. One is like, we will come back to these points again. You no need to worry in case if you are not getting all the points. Again we will revisit this section. So duplicate case values are not allowed. All the cases whatever you are defining inside switch statement, all should be unique. Second point is, whatever we have mentioned in the switch expression. So we will be defining some data type in switch expression, correct, inside switch. So those data type and the value of a case must be same. We will come to this second point. After seeing the syntax and example, you will understand in a better way. Third one is, inside each case, right, we have defined some values. Those values should be a literal, it should not be variable. Suppose you are defined inside switch statement you have defined some integer variable. We will go with case 1, case 2, case 3. We can go with values. It means a literal we can go for it. We cannot keep variables in each case. Fourth one is, in each case we will define the break. Break basically it is used to break. It will check for the particular case. It will execute particular case. Upon executing particular case, what it does is it breaks the flow and it will finally it will reach out. It will go out of the switch statement. And also break statement is optional. It is not mandatory. Then in each such case we are having multiple cases. Finally we are having one default case. In case if all the conditions are false, then finally the flow will be going with default statement. So we already seen that if all of them are not conditions are not correct, then finally it will go with default. So this is the syntax. Listen carefully. What we are doing here is, here we are defining the switch condition. This is the syntax for the switch conditions. Switch is a keyword. Whatever you are seeing, right, in different colors, those are keywords. Okay, switch is a keyword, case is a keyword. Okay, all these are keywords. So what we are seeing here, we are seeing we need to go with switch. Then inside switch we can define the variable or expression. Okay, inside switch we can define the variable or expression. Then we can go with multiple cases. In case of if else if or else if ladder, what we will do, we will go with first condition if, then second condition else if, then third one else if, third condition else if, fourth condition. Instead of like that, what we will do, we will go with case. Here we need to give the literal, what is the value. So if particular case is true, then execute block of statements. Okay, if particular case is true, then execute block of statement. Because of break, it will come out. Same way like case, well, second case. Then you can go with any number of cases. Finally, I just mentioned case value n, it means nth case. Okay, then if all of them conditions are wrong, if all the conditions are not working, then what we will do? We can go with default statement, correct? Default also you will be printing some default statement, or you will be executing some of the things which when all goes wrong. This is the basic syntax for switch statement. So let's see flow diagram for switch statement. See, same way like syntax also, like I mentioned here, this is the flow diagram of a switch statement. This is the switch expression, right? This is the switch expression. What we do here, we are giving the expression here. And first what we are checking case 1, whether case 1 is correct or not. If case 1 is correct, then what we will do? Consider we are checking some condition. Case 1, we have defined multiple cases, case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, like that, finally default. Okay, it will check whether first case is correct or not. We are giving the value. If case 1 is correct, then what we will do? We will execute block of statement. Then finally we will break it, we will come out, correct? Here we are coming out. Outside the switch, flow will be coming out. In case 1 is not correct, then what we will do? It will go for checking the second case. If second case is true, then what will happen? It will execute the block of statement for second case. Then because we have given break, it will come out. In case second case also false, then it will check the case 3. If case 3 also false, then it will check the case 4. Like that it can go step by step. Wherever it finds it is correct, then it will go and execute block of statement. Because of break, it will come out. Okay, other statements will not be executed. In this case, listen carefully. Consider case 2 is correct, then case 1 will be skipped. Case 2 correct, it will execute case 2, come out. Other statements will not be executed. Either case 3 or case 4 default also will not be executed. Consider all the cases are false. All the cases are false. In that case, what will happen? You can keep default. Default statements will be executed. Then it will come out. It's very simple, right? It's very simple. So again, if you want, you can go through the syntax. Whatever we have seen in the flow diagram, same we are seeing here. This is the expression. We will go case by case. If case 1 is true, execute. Because of break, come out. If it is false, go to next case. Again, second case is false, go to third case. If all the cases are failing, then finally execute default. I trust you guys understood, right? So let's go and experiment programs. Okay, so you can open the Notepad++. What I can do is I can go with new class. Can select the language as Java. Let me go with class name as John. Let's go with public static void main string arguments of. Okay, consider I have some statements here. System.out.println. I'm just keeping some statement. Saying that main method starts. To understand the flow, I'm keeping some statements. Finally, main method ends. Okay. Inside this, what I'm planning to do, I plan to do some of the operations. Consider I'm keeping a variable called day. Okay. What I do here, I'm going with switch expression. How I will go? I need to use switch keyword. This is the keyword. So here I need to give variable name or expression. Correct. That is what we have seen in the syntax. Correct. Here I need to give variable name or expression. So I'm giving variable, right? So let me give variable here. Open parenthesis, close parenthesis. Whenever you are opening a parenthesis, immediately you can close it so that you can avoid compile time issues, and give the intent always to for readability. Okay, what I do now, so I need to go with the case by case. Correct. Here case value 1, group of statements, then break. So let's go with case 1. Okay, what I do here is, let me go with system.out.println. Okay, let me print something. I want to find out if I enter day 1, then I want to print Sunday. Sunday is the first day of week, right? I want to print Sunday. After printing Sunday, I will come out. In case 2, in case variable you are giving value as case 2, then what it should be? I need to print Monday. Correct. So like this, again I can go with break. This is the syntax, right? Observe our syntax. I can go with multiple cases like this. Correct. I can go with multiple cases like this. Case 3. So that day is Tuesday, then I will break it. Then I will break it. So like this, I am going with multiple cases. Four, 5, 6, 7. Okay. What I will do, Monday, Tuesday, I will say Wednesday, then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Listen carefully. If I enter day as 1, then it should search. It will be searching. It will be taking that variable as switch case. And what it will do, it will evaluate case by case. Here we found case 1. Immediately it will print Sunday. It will come out from the switch case. In case you have entered here 8 or 9, so none of them will match, right? Finally, I keep default block. Okay, finally what I will keep? I don't have any case, but I keep default. Default again, it is a keyword. Okay, I'm just mentioning wrong input. Okay, let's try to run this class. I'm saving with John.java. Correct. Let's compile it. Compilation is success. Let's run Java Jam. See here what happened. First it went to day 1, right? It checked here. Yes, day is, it identified it is 1. So it executed case 1. We are getting output as Sunday. Then after executing that, because of break, it is coming out. We are getting main method ends, right? So let's make it as 2. If it is 2, what will happen? It will check what is this day, correct? It will check case by case. Is that 1? No, day is not 1, so it will go to next case. Is that 2? Yes, day is 2, correct. Case is matched. It will print Monday. It will come out. I am rerunning this. Recompile it, rerun it. See here, we are getting Monday. Consider I am keeping 5. What will happen here? Day is 5, right? It will check whether case is 5 or not. Each case. 1, no, wrong, the case is wrong, it will go to next. 2, the case is wrong, then 3, next case, false. 4, false. 5, yes, true. Case is met here, so what it will print? It will print Thursday. Let's rerun again. See here, we are getting Thursday. Because of break, it is coming out. Okay, so readability is good than else if ladder, right? In else if ladder, you need to keep if, else if, else if, else if. So I mean code will be more, right? But here also it is more, but readability is there, right? You can keep like this any number of statements, correct? I hope you guys understood. Let's see, suppose I am giving here 10, correct? There is no 10 because only 7 days are available, right? Monday to Sunday to Saturday, only 5 days are available. In case if I give 10, what will happen? It will check case by cases. Wrong, wrong, all the cases are wrong. If all are wrong, it will go with default statement. Okay, let's rerun this class. See here, there is no 10 output, right? There is no 10th day. So it checked line by line, then it executed default statement. After executing that, it came out. So when we need default statement, so whenever we are executing, when we are trying to do something, if none of the cases are met, then flow will be going with the default statement. Now what I am going to do here, default is optional. Okay, either you can remove, but if you don't give default, in that case what will happen? Nothing will print. Correct. So it is always recommended to give default statement even though it is optional. Correct. See here, nothing is printing because you didn't keep anything inside default. Okay, it's not mandatory but good to have. Okay, it is better to have default. And break also optional. If you don't give break, what will happen? Listen very carefully. It will, what will happen? Suppose consider you are giving 2, correct? You are giving 2 or 3. Consider I am giving 2. What will happen? First case is wrong, second case is true. It will execute this statement. You didn't give break, again it will check cases by cases. Finally it will execute default. You are getting my point? Because we didn't give break. Break is optional. Because we didn't give break, it will check case by case. Even though there is a match in case 2, after executing this again and again, it will check all the cases. You are getting my point? After executing case 2, finally it will execute default statement also. Because we are not giving break here, let's rerun this program. See here, it executed everything, right? So it's better to give break. Okay, let me, so what I do, let me keep the break here. It is always recommended to keep the break. Okay, so now let's rerun this program again. I have saved it again. Let me clear it. See, I'm rerunning it. Whenever I give 10, it gives wrong output. Correct. Suppose if I give 2 now, what it will should do? It should execute only second case and it will come out. Okay, this is our first program. Correct. Not only this, even you can keep something different. Suppose consider I'm having, you no need to print only, even you can give some values also like this. Consider I'm giving something like this. You want to identify which day it is. Okay, so even you can assign some values also, no need to print. Okay, I can assign some values like this. What I can assign? I can assign values like this. Day 1 equal to Sunday. Correct. Finally you can print that final output. Day string you can print it outside, that is also possible. Okay, either you can print the statement using system.out.println, or you can perform assign the value, or you can keep multiple lines here. Okay, block of statement. Hence we are learning, we are keeping only one kind of statement. Okay, so I can give you this as an assignment. So what you can do is you can modify like this. Okay, Sunday, this one is Monday. Correct. Break it. Finally what you do, the finally you will print the actual day. Correct. Day string if you print, you will be getting the actual result. This you can take it as an assignment. So what I am trying to say is you can print multiple statements, or you can perform multiple statements. You can perform different kind of task inside each case. Correct. So let's go to our next program. What I am going to do here is So consider like I'm going with the third program. See, I want to print either it is weekday or weekend. Okay, suppose consider, let it be like this. If any of the cases I am coming for it, what I will do? I want to, if 1 to 7, if it is there, I will be printing it is a weekday. If it is 1 to 5 means it is weekday, correct? Consider like this. Okay, let me go underwrite the cases. Even I can keep like this also possible. What I will do? We have already seen that Monday, Sunday and Saturday is a weekend, correct? It means case one. Okay, let's assume our dates start. Day one means it is Sunday, correct? Let's assume like this. Day one means Sunday. Day two means Monday, something like this. Day three means Tuesday. Finally, day seven means Saturday, correct? Saturday. So I want to know if I enter 1 and 7, it is a weekend, right? Whenever I enter 1 and 7, it is a weekend. Second to 6, whenever I enter, it is a weekday, correct? Monday and Tuesday, something like this, it will go. Finally, sixth day is fifth day is Friday, right? Fifth day is Friday. Sixth day is, so sixth day is Friday and seventh day is Saturday. So if someone is entering 1 and 7, it should be a weekend. 2 to 6, it is a weekdays. So what I am doing is, I'm just moving this. So second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, what it is? It is weekday. You are getting my point? It is weekday. Okay. Suppose 1 and 7 means it is weekend. This is also possible. Okay, you can keep the break here, because after executing the line, it should be coming out. Final means it is a wrong output. Let me run it. I have saved this class. Run it. Java C. See here, I have given input as 2. If it is true, it is Monday, right? So I can say it is a weekday. Give any input, change into 4. Let's rerun. Again it is weekday, right? See here, again it is weekday. Suppose if I give 1 or 7, let's give 7. Even you can keep like this also. Let's rerun it. See here. Sorry, let's change this println statement. It's a weekend, correct? So let's rerun it. See here, we are getting it is a weekend. So I am just trying to experiment like this. Okay. So let's go with our next program. Okay. What we do? This is our next program. Okay. Not only like hint, you can use any data type. Consider I am going with one data type like char. Okay. I am going with one of the new variable char value. Okay. Consider I want to identify either it is a vowel or not. What I can do, because it is a character type, I need to give in single character. Okay. If it is a vowel, what I will do, I will print it is a vowel, or else it is a A-E-I-O-U, correct? I-O and U. If it is nothing is wrong, then what I will do, I will say it's not a vowel. Getting my point? It's not a vowel. Again, it is simple. I no need to keep these things, because my point is, if any one of them is there, then I need to print it's a vowel or not. That's all. See here, I have defined multiple cases. If there is a A-E-I-O-U, then it should be a vowel, or else it is not a vowel. Correct? Let's rerun. Now I have given E, right? E is one of the vowel. Let's rerun this class. Do compile. Compilation is success. Let's run. See here, it is a vowel, because it first it verifies either it matches with case A or not, false. It verifies matches with E, yes, true. Then go inside, print it's a vowel, come out. Okay. Suppose if I mention it is U, again it is a vowel. If you want, you can rerun. Suppose consider you are giving some other thing. Suppose consider I am giving T. T is not a vowel, right? In that case, what will happen? It will check case by case. None of them is true. Finally, it will execute default and come out. Okay. Let me run it. Recompile again. Again rerun it. See, it is not a vowel, right? We are getting output as it is not a vowel, because T is not a vowel. Correct. We have experimented how we can use character here. Not only character, even you can use string also. That is also possible. Our next program is string. Okay. Consider I am going with something like this. Okay. This is also possible. We can experiment our previous program. Okay. You can experiment our previous program. So what I can do here, I can give the value as string. Consider I am giving some value as okay. In double quotes you need to give. Okay. Okay. Monday, let it be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Consider you are giving Sunday here. Sunday. Okay. Sunday here. Correct. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Correct. So if any of them we are getting, we need to print what we need to print. We need to print it is a weekday, or else it is weekend. Correct. Or else it is weekend. So even in such case you can give string also, it is possible. We have seen we can give integer type, we can give we can give string type, we can give character type. Correct. So what I do, if it is any of them up to Monday to Friday, what I will give, I will say it is a weekday. Okay, it is a weekday. Then I will break it. Break is mandatory, but it's always recommended to give the break. If it is like this, then what I can say, I can say it is a weekend. It is a weekend. Correct. If other than this, I will say it is a wrong output. Okay, give break here also. It's a wrong output. Let's run this program again. It is a string, right? Make sure we are keeping a string. Okay, let's rerun this. There is no compile time error. Let's run because we have given Wednesday. Wednesday is a weekday, that's why we are getting weekday. You can give anything. Consider I am giving Friday. Friday also you'll be getting, it's a weekday. Suppose if I give Sunday, it should be weekend, correct? You can rerun it. See, it is a weekend. So we almost covered all the points. We can go through the statement again. Now you will understand the switch statement is a multi-way branch statement. It is mainly used to replace if-else ladder because it has more readability. Here you are seeing, right? Readability is a better way, right? Okay. So you no need to keep multiple if-else. So what are the more points we are seeing? Duplicates values are not allowed, because each case should be unique. You cannot keep one more case with as Monday. This is not possible. This is not correct also. Each case should be unique. Okay, each case should be unique. See here, if I keep multiple duplicate value, it says duplicate case label. You are getting my point? So each case should be unique. You cannot keep duplicates. Then constant can be literal. Okay, here you can give only literal value, either integer, character or whatever. Okay, and break statement, it is used to break execution of the statement, and it is optional, but it is recommended to give. Default also optional, but it is recommended to give. Why default? If none of the cases are correct, then finally it will execute default statement. Correct? Thank you.